welcome back to the Careercast. Today I have the senior class with me. We have
Emma,
Alim,
and Joaquin.
And I'm your host, Olivia Bader. So let's get started with some senior superlatives. So we have a pretty big class, so we have all kinds of different personalities. So firstly, who's most likely to change the world? What do you guys think?
Ladies first.
All right. Well, I went ahead and put Emma. I think she's incredibly bright and very diligent, so I could definitely see her changing the world.
What about you? What do you think, Emma?
well, I put Alim because I can see her becoming an excellent doctor in the future because she's super smart and she's just able to deal with lots of problems on the spot, so I can see her changing the world.
Yeah. What about you, Joaquin?
Well, I put myself. I put Michaela because she wants to study aerospace engineering or something, so I can see her making like rockets and stuff. Things that can actually like make a change, you know?
Whoa, Joaquin,
That sounded
Saving lives.
Hey.
I mean,
You don't have to explain.
in the
but-
big scale, you know, whatever. Can we? Next question.
So I never wrote the
No,
answer.
Olivia didn't.
I want to answer.
Yeah.
I actually
Oh,
put
my bad.
Alim too, so Alim wins.
Okay,
She's
yeah,
most likely to
she
change
won
the
the vote.
world.
Okay, what is this glazing, guys?
Well, she has a lot of passion, definitely. She like is very good at like keeping up with her work and being passionate about what she does, even if it's not her favorite thing to do, and she complains a lot about it in secret. But
Okay, whoa, Olivia, that's a secret for a reason.
there's enough glazing. But yeah, would you want to read the next superlative for us?
Sure. Most likely to start a ministry.
Ooh, I put Michaela.
Really?
Of all people, she seems most likely to want to do like mission stuff. I'm not very sure though. This was a
Okay.
difficult one.
I put Kaylee because I know she wants to go into social work and she's very passionate about
Right.
helping others, so
true.
I could
Makes sense.
definitely see her going into ministry.
I put Joaquin. Like he just seems like as crazy as he is, I feel like he's centered on God-ish. So yeah,
Ish.
I can see that.
Ish. Okay.
You
Yeah.
like
Thank you.
kids, so.
Actually, I put myself to this one because like
Okay.
when I was a kid, I did want to be a missionary, and then I like considered more, and I was like, But like coming from a Christian family, I can see myself following those type of footsteps, making my own ministry. I don't know if working for a church or my own church, but I can see myself doing it. Really.
Do you see yourself being like a missionary?
Maybe not a missionary, but like a pastor.
Like a
type
pastor.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I could
Mhm.
see that. That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because
that
your dad's a
makes sense.
pastor, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Emma, do you want to read the next superlative for us?
Sure. The next one is most likely to go viral.
What did you put?
I put Camila because she likes social media.
Yes, she does. I put Lemuel just because there's a
Oh.
lot of moments that Lemuel has that definitely would be worthy of going viral.
I think especially, I also put Lemuel, and I think he'd go viral, especially on places like Vine if it were
Oh,
still
God.
existing.
yeah.
But I could see him on TikTok as well. But
Yeah.
like, I don't use TikTok, but I could totally see him
For sure.
going
He
viral.
could definitely
Yeah.
go viral.
How about
you,
on
Emma?
something
Yeah,
like
I put Camila also because
Yeah.
she's always doing TikTok like all the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camila makes TikToks. I feel like Lemuel, he could have the most entertaining, viral worthy content with all that he does. I think everyone in this room can attest to that. Who is most encouraging?
most encouraging. I put Aline. I feel like she's.
I did too.
Honestly,
I did too.
Yeah.
Wow, Elaine.
So you won the vote. for
You
sure.
won the vote.
Yeah,
Who did
symbol
you, who
of
did you put?
inspiration.
Put yourself.
I put Michaela because
Okay.
she's very active. But honestly,
Oh.
it could be so many people in our class. We tend to encourage each other a lot, so I wouldn't necessarily point out a single person.
She's just saying that to be humble.
Yeah.
but-
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not why.
You don't have to do that.
It's okay.
Aline.
It's okay, Elaine. We get it. You're amazing.
Just take the moment.
Well, let's move on to the next question. Who is the quiet leader?
Okay.
I put Yebby.
I put
Yeah,
Yevi
same.
too.
Yeah, I put Yevi as
Yevi,
well.
Yevi.
She's
Yeah,
the main one.
you get the full vote. Make sure you
Yeah.
watch this.
Well done.
Please watch this, Yebby. She definitely, I feel like when I first came to school, she was like really quiet. She did not really want to talk, but now she's like a lot more social, but like she's a lot more willing to put herself out there and everything. So
Yeah,
Definitely
now
Yevi.
that she's Stuco representative, I've seen her like put herself in positions where she has to like take control of her class. Because, well, being honest, it's not a very dynamic class the one we
Yes.
have.
Very chaotic.
But I've seen her like go out of her way to make sure we all like tickety boo, and I think that's admirable. You know.
Yeah,
I
I'd
agree.
agree.
Anything else?
I think that's pretty much it because that pretty much summarizes up who she is. She's very dependable, responsible, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're great, Yevi.
Good job, yeah.
Which, speaking of Stuco, actually, she's part of the representative. We have president and vice president of Stuco here this year.
Oh shoot! Oh
Yeah,
snap!
this is Aleem, the president, and Emma, the vice president. How was your experience? Just going a little side trail. How was your experience with Stuco this year?
Ooh, it was pretty chaotic, but there were a lot of things that changed. But as always, we had a lot of fun. This is actually my 6th year doing Stuco, so I've been really enjoying it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Emma?
I'd say I have not been doing Suko very long, especially the eco is my first time, so it's a brand new experience. But it was a lot of fun. I feel like I got to learn a lot and just there's a lot to deal with when you're in leadership positions, and it was fun to learn through that and just be able to meet new people and get to know them better. So it was good.
Learning experiences.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
For sure, yeah.
And it sounds like you guys have like a new system for Stuco next year. Did you guys come up with that? Like, did you guys work on that?
No, that was actually worked on by our director, Dr. Wills. He set it up as more of a representation of the U.S. government. So there'll be a House and a Senate, and each class will have 2 representatives regardless of middle or high school. And I don't know, it just sounds like a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing the future Stuco of CAG.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. It'll be like a new outlook on it, new organization. So
That'll be very interesting. Yeah. But let's do our last superlative before we dive into some other questions. Who is most likely to make you laugh in chapel?
well, I put Caleb. I feel like he's always doing something a little bit odd. He can definitely make people laugh pretty much at any moment. So
Yeah.
Fair enough. Joaquin, who'd you put?
I put either Caleb or Liam. Well, Caleb sits 2 rows from me, and we sit like on distant positions. But every single time that I'm near him, I laugh, and I laugh as hard as I can, because he's funny. I think he's a funny person.
Yeah, he's funny.
So like, if we were sitting together, it'd be him. But like, at the moment, the person who makes me laugh the most, like, I think every now and then it's Liam, because she cracks a joke every now and then, or she does something
Now and then.
not very
No.
smart. But
Okay. Yeah, well, I put Olivia. Her comments,
Aw.
oh my gosh, they make me laugh uncontrollably, and sometimes
So
I just need
true.
to close my eyes and shut my mouth because, gosh, it's so funny.
Well, I feel honored.
Yeah.
I actually put a lame. I think you get my humor for sure. So you have your own things that you say to me that definitely make me laugh. But yeah, that wraps it up. Why did you guys like pick one of these people? What was your reasoning? What about you, Emma?
I mean, I just feel like they fit the description the best. Like for Camila, for instance, like she's just absolutely online like all the time.
Yeah.
So I could just see her going viral. And she like loves to do random dances, and like even on servant days when we like got trapped for her junior servant days where we weren't able to actually go, like she was like recording TikTok videos. So,
Yeah.
like, I could definitely see that.
For sure.
Yeah, I put. I actually was thinking about how I put Lamol for most likely to go viral for a slightly different reason, just for his chaotic energy, and it's just a lot of fun. He's very funny, and I think he'd definitely go viral.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, most likely to go viral, Lamont. I think because of the frequency of the things that he does that could be worthy of going viral, you don't have to catch him in a specific moment. You can just follow him around all day and maybe get like a few moments. They can easily go viral on social media. So yeah.
yeah, well, for most encouraging, again, I put a Liam. I put it because, like, yeah, it's not like you give speeches or anything, but you're willing to keep moving forward even when you have like a billion APs and stuff. And I think that's kind of inspiring, your resilience.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Well, that was some great input. Thank you, Joaquin.
You're welcome.
Tell me about your guys' plans after graduation. What's lined up for you guys?
For me, I'll be attending Trine University in Indiana. I plan to study biochemistry.
Awesome. What about you, Elaine?
All right, I'll also be going to the States to study neuroscience, and I'm hoping to minor in some sort of engineering field. And I don't know what I'll do, but maybe med school, maybe PhD, maybe just research. I don't really know,
Awesome.
but yeah.
That's great. What about you, Joaquin?
oh, I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm thinking Spain, the US, maybe stay here. But I want to become a veterinarian or maybe pursue something that's like medicine related because I like helping people and animals. So as long as it's something that I can do to help others or inspire them, that's what I want to do. So the medical field is something that I'm most familiar with. So that'd be it.
How about you, Olivia?
Well, I plan to go to UNC Charlotte, and I would like to study. I am going to study theater production. I do a lot of the production here when it comes to sound for events, and so I really want to pursue that. I find it very interesting, and hopefully, I'd want to work on Broadway at some point. That's what I aspire to do one day. So yeah, hopefully,
With one of your favorite artists, Taylor Swift?
maybe,
Is that right?
maybe. There you go. That would be pretty
We'll see.
awesome. What are you guys most excited about for going off or having like a new season?
I would say just the new season itself is pretty exciting. Like just like starting a whole new chapter of life. Especially going to the States. I've never lived in the States for longer than a couple of months. So I think going to live in like a dorm with Americans will be a big change.
Yeah, for sure.
And just meeting so many new people and so many new experiences and being like away from my parents. So it'll just be a completely new experience, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited for that too. It's like a whole different thing from what you're used to, especially because like a lot of people, you either, know where you want to go or you don't. And like the people who do, they haven't lived there. We've all lived here. And so I feel like one of the things I'm most excited about is just like the community, and especially like going to a bigger college, like having like clubs. They have all kinds of stuff. And I think it's just like fun to be able to participate in all kinds of stuff.
So I've attended CAG for 6 years in elementary, 7 years of secondary school. So I've basically been here for 13 years of my whole life. And it's been a pretty awesome experience, but I'm really excited to meet new people, my newfound freedom and what I get to eat, what I get to do, what I get to study, and I'm really just looking forward to that.
What about you, Joaquin?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my life, right? Well, right now I'm planning on being a volunteer at the zoo, and help animals and whatnot, and learn about animals, because I really like them. I've always have. So even though I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm still excited to like be a grown up, right? Except for taxes, but other than that, I think I don't know. Being a grown up has its advantages and stuff, and I think it'd just be something fun to like start, right? To begin, follow those footsteps.
Yeah. And what are you most nervous about?
Taxes, but like realistically, maybe just maybe what be it? Just I think it's taxes. No kidding.
Really?
Finances. It's finance.
Biggest
I'm not
finances.
good
Did
at
econ
managing finances.
class scare you or something? What's up?
No, it didn't. I like econ.
Oh, trying to get points.
Extra credit.
Extra
credit.
credit.
There you go.
Like I'm just not very good at managing my finances. That's just me. I've always have never been good at it, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it eventually.
Eventually.
Mhm.
Well, that's great. It definitely is like a learning process for that kind of
Oh, yeah.
stuff. But I think for me, I'm most nervous about like the culture shock, just because like, especially going to the States, it's so much more
Mhm.
different from being here. And especially like, I've visited the States before, but at some point it's like, okay, I want to come back. But now it's like, I have to live there and
Yeah.
stay there, there's not really as much of an option. So yeah, just the culture shock and the difference that it is to live there is what I'm most nervous about. What do you guys?
Yeah, that's a pretty fair thought because, I've lived here my whole life. I've never actually visited the States, so that's also something
Wow.
pretty scary. But I am also pretty nervous about the university rigor. I'm scared about how I'll manage my time, but at the same time, it's also really exciting just to get to see how a higher education system works, I guess you could say.
That's awesome.
I'd say for me, I'm most nervous about part of like excited about meeting new people, but also nervous because I'll know absolutely nobody when I get there. So it'll just be a completely new experience as opposed to CAG where you basically know pretty much anybody and just say hi to everybody. So I'm pretty much nervous about that and just the whole culture of the States because it's vastly different than Guatemala.
Definitely.
Right.
Very
So crazy.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, as for me, I know I have like a home church in North Carolina, which is where my university is. And so I'll kind of have like a community to be able to, go to church with, have a Bible study with. And that's one of the things that I want to do, like to make sure I'm integrating the Lord into my studies. So, how do you guys think that you'll be able to still balance a relationship with the Lord while you're in college?
I plan to like specifically set aside Sunday like a course for church and like not let anything interfere with that because I know it could be easy like your parents aren't there to tell you like you have to go to church or like you especially you need to wear something like I have to wear a dress on Sundays and I hate that. So just to be able to set that time aside for God specifically and not let anything get in front of that. And then also like finding a Bible study, like there's a couple of groups at the university where I'm attending, so I'm planning to look into one of those.
That's great. What about you, Aline?
I'm also just planning to spend some time to find a church that I want to be really included in, as well as some Bible study groups. I think it's just really interesting to see and meet new people, I guess a Christian community for support. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. What about you, Joaquin?
Well, I do wanna participate in just anything that's like biblical and spiritually related. I always have ever since I was a kid, right? And like I can kind of see myself doing something like being a pastor, maybe, like teaching others about the Word of God, because it's something that I wanna do to a degree. But I'm also trying of like I like to study the Bible. I'm not good at it, but I kind of like to do it. So I'm just planning on keep on doing that. Really.
Well, that's really nice. I'm glad that you guys like have a plan because I think at CAG like they really make an effort to teach us to center our life around the Lord, and it's important to do that, especially in college because like it's such a busy time, and so yeah. And who is someone do you think that's like been able to impact your faith? Whether it be here or your family.
I can start off with this one. I would say the biggest impact on my life in terms of faith would be my grandpa. You can ask me about his backstory later, but it was so crazy, and I have the utmost respect for him. He's an extremely determined and resilient man, and he just really impacted my faith in ways that I don't think anyone else could. Not saying like no one else could
Yeah.
impact my faith, but he just had a very big impact on my life.
Yeah, I get that. What about you, Emma?
At home, I'd say my parents. They've really impacted me. Their example through the way that they live out their faith and their ministry has really impacted me and how they serve others and put others first. That has been something that's really been impactful, and I've really learned to serve others through that example. And also here at school, I'd say that Miss Robertson, like through discipleship and just growing in that way, be able to share together as girls' discipleship has been a really good impact on my faith.
Absolutely. What about you, Joaquin?
Well, I'd say my parents. I grew up in a very Christian household, so that came into play. I did. Growing up, I had this Bible teacher. His name was Mr. Allen. He was dope. He made class like fun and stuff, and he taught me valuable stuff that I remember to this day. And then here at CAG, I'd say Glassman. You're dope, Mr. Glassman. I like the stuff he taught. I feel like he answered certain questions that not even I knew I needed to ask. So I think it's important stuff. So yeah, just like a mix of people.
Yeah. I think I took it more as like at school. And so I'd say the person that impacted my faith the most here at CAG was honestly Miss Morales. She wasn't like a Bible teacher or anything. She was my teacher for AP Spanish. And just like seeing her faith and the way that she treated other people was like in such a godly manner that it really like inspired me and showed me, the true like the Christian love that she has, and it's really like incredible, and I could see how God has like worked in her life even though she's gone through a lot, and so it was really impactful to see that. Now let's go through a few quick little rapid fires. So what's one word that you have for your class? What can you want to go first?
I put unique, kinda, cause like again, we're all very different. I feel like again, boys and girls, and then each one their own type of person. Well, I think that's what makes things fun, right? Because there's different people with different points of views and ideologies, mannerisms, way of thinking, humor, and it's just something fun to be a part of. Because if everybody, in my opinion, is that if everybody thought the same, then it would be like more boring, kind of. Instead, with people with like different ways of thinking and people that are more quiet, more loud, more smart, funny. And it's just, I think it's a nice mix, like makes it just more enjoyable.
Elena?
I put also unique because, like Joaquin was saying, we just have such a vast amount of differences in our class. There's so much diversity and different personalities. There's so many personalities ranging from super quiet to super loud, and it's just really fun to be a part of, and just seeing how all of our different aspects just work together to make a fun class.
So my word was good.
My word was luck.
So-
So good luck, guys.
Good luck. I think we're all going like different places, and so I just really wish the best for everyone, that they would do their best, and that they would do it for the Lord, because that's what's most important in life. And so let's all go around and just say one last thing before we close off. What's one sentence to your future self? Emma, why don't you start us off?
Okay, well, I put something, I guess, kind of cliche, but don't give up and just keep trying your best, because life can get hard, but just keep going.
There you go. What about you, Elaine?
Mine was actually a question, and mine is, did you watch an American football game?
Mine, I put that I hope you're making good money and that you're doing what makes you happy, but most importantly, a follower of the Lord. What about you, Joaquin?
Well, mine, nah, I changed my mind. So mine, really, I just like to, if I saw my future self, I like to remind myself of like, hey, if you're still alive, then that's good. Keep on going. Like, well, no, that sounded bad, but like,
Yes,
it's
that's it.
Oh my goodness.
like, the point is you're still alive, right? So keep going. Hey, that's what matters, because God has our backs. Just like in chapel today, see, I got it.
There you go.
But like,
Amen.
yeah, it's just like just remind myself that like now as a teen I'm facing hardships, and I'm still here, right? So just tell myself that to my future version of myself.
There you go. Well, thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you guys for being here. It was so good to have this episode. And thank you to the viewers. And make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And please comment down below. Join us for our next episode. And thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye.
God bless.